Welcome to the Extract Podcast. We are raising the bar for financial advisory.
By advisors for advisors.
Hi, my name is Nat.
And I'm Xinyi.
And today we have another host with us, Mond. Mond, do you want to share a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, thanks for having me today.
Hey, good to have
Obviously,
you.
today's topic we'll talk a lot about technology and AI stuff, right?
Tech and AI, that's why you're here.
Yes,
Alright.
yes. I'm excited to share a lot of
That's
thoughts
your
about
core
this.
topic, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you get into this area of AI, tech and whatnot?
No, I think since obviously I also in the industry for like 15 years as in financial advisory, but for the past 2 years there was so much trends about this hype. About, wow, this is going to replace our job and all that. And I started this rabbit hole of like studying it and all that. Then I realized that actually the rate that the technology evolved, there's really a non-zero chance that actually a lot of professions can be replaced.
Yes.
So I think in fact, I think financial advisors is right in the middle of this shift that we need to talk about. Yeah.
Okay, that's what we are here to talk about today, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I think one of the key things that I'm quite curious about is that because recently PM Lawrence Wong, he mentioned about this jobless growth when it comes to AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually what does that even mean?
Okay, so
Not bad, you got watch the...
yeah.
I watched the
yeah.
on TikTok.
Whichever medium you use
means
to consume your content.
They will make sure that they're
It's
on all
important.
social
It's
media.
important. Yeah, nowadays they need
reach
to be on
beyond,
every
right,
platform.
audience.
Yeah, so I guess it's a legit concern, right?
Yeah.
Jobless growth. So what I think, I will use my own interpretation, is basically the economy is still growing, the country is still growing. Every time top line numbers, when we say Singapore got grow or not or whatnot, is our GDP grow by XX%. So I think that what that means the GDP is continuously growing, but it's not creating more jobs for people. So jobs. That's basically one of the key important key phrase that we keep talking about in this recent budget and whatnot, right? So although economy grow, normally the jobs will grow, but this time around they are talking about economy grow, but the jobs not growing. So how does it happen? It's basically coming down to productivity gains. Yeah.
I think it's a huge, I would say, something worrying by all governments around the world. Right? Imagine GDP growth and then everybody's unemployed.
Yeah.
They have no money, no job, can't buy foods. There's no chance that we're going to introduce universal income or whichever. So I think it is legit that at this point in time we should talk about this topic. Then I still think there's a fair chance we can do something about it before anything goes south. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like it. I like how our leaders are really taking charge of the conversation. I mean, there's of course already on the ground, there's a lot of concerns, right? It's not just in our profession.
Yeah, I think a lot of young people are quite concerned about it. And
Are you concerned about it?
personally, not too much as of now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think that we do see that a lot of the young people are wondering what will happen to their jobs. And like recently, I think there's some issues with job opportunities, the lack thereof.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think AI is one of the areas that people are more fearful about.
Yeah.
Especially for the younger generation who are coming into the workforce, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like AI is creating a lot of value in very entry level work. That it goes beyond. Last time we used to think that maybe manual work is the one that is going to be replaced.
Yeah.
But now it seems like AI can do all the cognitive work at the entry level very, very well.
Yeah.
And that's really basically taking the rice bowl of all our young graduates who are trying to get into the economy right now, right? Yeah, they seem to be less hiring in that space, although the companies are growing. Is that what's the concern on the
Yes.
ground?
I would think that's a major concern. I mean, other than the overall economic situation, there's also less job opportunities when it comes to having more productive systems or like AI structures in place.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is the concern. But I don't think as of now it is too much of a threat yet.
Okay.
But we do see trends.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I personally think that, of course, every batch who are graduating always have their challenge. I spam how many resume, it's like cannot get a job. But this time around, I really think it's a bit different. Like they talk about having interviews. Now they will test you with AI. Whether or not
is it?
can you, I mean, like, how good is your AI skills? Entry level, entry level.
How good is your AI skills?
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, so like because a lot of things would have to integrate in using tools and all. So I guess that's the part whereby if you still evolve a bit, I think you can still land yourself in a job. Or how can you help to integrate AI into even as an entry level job? I think that's something to talk about.
Okay.
Singapore listed a lot of professions, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a rise in the job search. I just read that there's a rise in the rise in the job listing
This thing
recently. Yeah, so a
just
lot of
today, right? In
yeah.
Business Times, I saw that
Yeah,
there was a drop there. They started to
triggered.
spike, but a lot
Alright.
comes with like you need to do things with AI, Yeah.
So I guess the question is less of will AI change the way we work or replace some of the work that we do, more of how quickly is AI going to take over some of this work and job that we are going to do, and how much productivity gains actually results in less employment, less jobs for people. I guess that's really the crux of the matter over here, right?
I think it presents an opportunity to evolve ourselves. What new value can you bring onto the table as the same profession? I think that's really worthwhile to talk about, especially as an advisor and all that. Yeah.
I think in Singapore specifically, our government is enrolling this whole AI tools adoption to the legal sector first.
Yeah. They talk a lot about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But why do you think that's the case?
Wow, this one, I think me and Emma were very clear. This
Yeah.
legal requires so much documentation, research, a lot of the past case studies
Right.
on a repetitive mode. So that portion is definitely going to be. I think it used to be junior entry level job, right?
Yeah. So I guess when AI came into the scene, right, it has quickly demonstrated that one of its biggest powers, right, is to be able to read and draw contextual knowledge from a large swarm of documents and whatnot. So if you think about doing that, naturally the first profession that you think about will be the legal profession, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They're basically ripe to be replaced by
Yeah.
AI,
Right.
especially the junior positions.
Research specific aspects.
Yeah. So have you all heard of any friends or contacts or clients who are affected by this trend, especially in the legal trend?
I think it's wide ranging. It largely depends on like the leaders of the firm. How well are they receptive to adopting all these things? That's
Right.
that's why I observe. What about any friends, younger folks?
Not really actually. As of now, I don't think they are at a stage where they can clearly see the difference.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so I guess from this point of view, whether they're affected now or not, or whether they think that they'll be affected right in the future, it's quite clear that AI will replace some parts of it for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe the more menial portion of just passing through documents, summarizing certain things. So I guess all the junior associates, I guess these are the ones who will be at risk a little bit more. But of course, if you go into the higher level order of things, right, to make certain decisions, I guess, of course, it also depends on which area of legal or law that you practice, right? Then that area, if you retain certain level of judgment, capability to make a human judgment call, right? Then that's possibly something that can still be, valuable, right?
I think the lawyers should be happy. They take away the grunt work. I mean, who likes to like look at tons of documents and then try to memorize or cross-reference. I think they rather put in the work in terms of analyzing the case or what is the best angle based on the past reference.
So get all the basic stuff all settled by AI, and then we can go and do other things, that kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Because like there was this article that was written by, I think, Anthropic. Because Anthropic is also a competitor of ChatGPT, and then they did an analysis on all the type of jobs. What are the jobs that are most likely going to be observed to be replaced? But they do extrapolation. So basically what they do is they look at the type of usage that the enterprise or the companies are using. And then they list out like top 10 high risk job. If they continue to evolve and automate and all that, this job will be gone. So there are a lot of them are like customer service, like administrative work in general. Yeah. So some of them are really like data crunching stuff.
Right.
So I think that presents itself a prelude that this job is definitely going to be automated. Then the next question will be,
you think fully these are the jobs that will fully be automated?
I would think
that's high risk.
That's high. So there's a combination. There's either you collaborate with it or you totally outsource it. But I think the trends is those kind of really low level tasks junior level role, like analyzing the data, collecting them, right? They're all outsourced. So I think if your job is only that, obviously you'll be not so relevant. But if your job is that with interpretation, context, add value to the organization, I think you increase your productivity by multiple folds if you are able to do something else in the organization and add value. So I think that's the part whereby how do we evolve our work is really a top question from there. Yeah, if you ask me, what's your thoughts on all this? I'm actually quite worried if you ask me. That's my sentiments.
Okay.
Not for yourself, for your clients, for the people that you work with, for your peers, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. In terms of people who are maybe more entry level, I think yes, there is some level of risk.
Okay.
But I also believe in constantly staying on trends. I believe there was a time where it comes to adopting the internet or the new technology.
Oh yeah, that was a while back, right? Also
Yes,
when there was some
right. And
disruptions. Yeah.
Correct. And people adopted, and those who are able to stay on skills, they are able to upskill themselves and stay relevant. They are able to continue being relevant in the workforce. Yeah. But there will definitely be some risks. And we don't know exactly how big the risk can be. Yeah, but I think the younger generation has been working hard to stay on trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Based
see.
on my personal observation.
Okay, I like that optimism. I like that optimism. Though I really think this trend is slightly
I mean,
riskier. Yeah.
Just like any other technological shifts, right? In the past, whether you talk about like steam engine, or telephone, electricity, internet, every time a huge technological jump, people will always talk about, something is going to change, people are going to replace. But I guess we can have a little bit of faith in the adaptability of people, but while staying true to the real threat that is potentially there to really adjust ourselves to be able to make use of technology. I mean, think about it. If you're let's say we are talking about legal, right? If you're a junior associate, your only job is to summarize past cases, right? You should be worried, right?
Yeah,
I mean, come to think of it, right?
Yeah.
Why would I pay you to do it? I would rather just hire someone, or I'll just use AI to actually do it, right? But imagine you're the same associate. You use AI to be able to do maybe your work 100 times faster, 1,000 times faster. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, then I will hire this person with so much higher productivity.
Yeah.
Then I guess in your opinion, where would that leave financial advisors? Like, are we in the safe zone?
Yes, we should talk about this.
Yes. End of the day, we are
my
a
biggest
show about
concern,
advisors, right?
I mean, that's what Eamon says, right? I do agree whereby there will be pockets of the job that will be taken away by AI. Then it either leaves space for new areas of expansion of your value add or enhancement of what is already really good that you're doing. So the role of advisor should naturally evolve as the AI get better. Then the question would be, what would it be? I think that one is something I really want to talk about with you all today.
So advisory work it actually covers different portions, right? It covers two parts, right? There's the information part of the work.
Yeah.
That means the technical part about analyzing numbers, data, financial situations. There's also the very, very human part of the work as well,
Yes,
whereby
for
we are all financial advisors ourselves, right? So we understand this. It's not just getting the data. It's also about getting the data through to the human being, the human connection part of it.
Yeah.
I think both parts are important. I guess that is where we can maybe explore this topic a little bit more in terms of how AI will actually affect us in the work that we do. What do you think?
I think it's the same as like what you said, information versus judgment down the road. You can have a ton of information, but do you understand the context? How do you interpret it? How do you make a judgment call together with the client to make a better financial informed decision? Or just, especially if you have been product selling or you only do comparison of products for client, I think gradually that value decreases a lot. Then the question will be what we're doing, what we're supposed to do.
I believe some of my clients, they also use maybe ChatGPT to fact check some stuff or like
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Fact check on what the
they
advisor
do.
say.
Yes, they do tell me that. But if anything, I don't think it should be the because the things that they are checking up are things that are available online. They are not analytical. They are not strategic. It doesn't necessarily fall within their personal financial plans. Yeah. So I think it's great that they are doing all these things to fact check.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, where does the value of the advisor truly lie? I think that's the question.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess it's the same as when we are talking about the legal profession or any other professions per se, right? A lot of the entry level work, a lot of the very menial going through, summarizing, getting the information work used to be done by a human. But of course, we have discussed this before, right? You can actually outsource this by hiring assistants and whatnot to help you with that. But now that assistant has become a tool.
Yeah.
On your machine, right? On your laptop, right? You can just fire up all your AI agents, your LLMs and whatnot to actually help you to do a lot of these kind of things. So I guess it really comes down to this. Whoever can harness that power to really take away or to save you the time and energy and effort to settle the information part of things and actually build on the human elements or the judgment elements or the coaching, behavioral coaching, going through this experience with client. I guess these are the people who will stand a better chance. Even within the financial advisory space, there's still a wide spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think that there's so much more to being a financial consultant than just to, share product or like whatever numbers the best. Yeah, there will always be someone who knows all these things better than you, but how much do you truly care for your clients? How much effort, or whether or not they truly believe that you are able to have their best interests at heart with whatever meetings that you do with them. I think that will truly set a consultant apart from, maybe a consultant that is more easily replaceable.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, trying to find the right words.
I mean, it is, right? It is when you are trying to being replaced, right? It's about how you do and do and make use of the technology.
Yes.
Yeah, and level on the
I think you're still very optimistic. Let me think from a more pessimistic point of view.
Yeah.
I personally think that if we do not do anything now as advisor, right?
Yes.
We the percentage of being replaced increases day by day.
For sure.
Yeah. Why I say this because actually Xinyi touched on a very important aspect, which is trust.
Yeah.
Everything comes to whether or not I trust you to act on my behalf. It's either I choose a bot or I choose a human down the road.
Yeah.
So the question is, I mean, over the years when AI not in the picture, right? Trust comes from different combinations. Are you competent or not? Are you credible? That means you can do the calculation, you know what you're saying. That one I think very soon will be like everyone will be the same because you have access to knowledge and expertise. Then the next question will be more of self-orientation. Will you act in my interest? I will also think whether ChatGPT is acting in my interest or not if I ask them question. Correct?
ChatGPT will always validate your decisions.
Correct.
So it's trained to do so to keep you on the platform.
Exactly.
Question, right?
So the question is like, can I trust that you are truly acting in my interest? I think over the years, I mean, we are many years in, we know that one of the highest value is acting in the best interest of a client. Like be it challenging the insurer or underwriting or really telling you the harsh truth that you shouldn't start investing now and go and save your emergency funds. All these come from like really acting in the best interest. Then the question would be, where does the trust be placed on now with AI coming into the picture? I think because this portion, if we don't act on it, if we still, I mean, let a better word, go out of product sell and then just giving generic advice or just doing general comparison, right?
Yeah.
And then if that's the only value you want to provide, right?
That's it. GG.
GG. Then I would rather go to an AI bot that talks to me even nicer, then I can do all the job done. Yeah. Then the question would be really, what can we do now? But with that said, I think we should harness AI. We have to match ourselves to be able to produce those the quality work first.
Right.
Then we talk about acting in the best interest. Like how do we show that? I think those are questions that we have to act on quickly.
Interesting that you brought out these points because it really comes from a client's point of view, right? Who would they trust more?
Yes.
Honestly speaking, it's a question mark. We wouldn't know, right? At this point of time. I think at this point of time, financial consultants will not be good replaced easily. But I recently had a chance to speak to a group of MBA students, right? So I was polling them, asking them, hey, who you trust? if I were to put a AI financial advisor consultant in front of you, and for you to work with whoever you're currently working with, right? Whose advice will you listen to? Make a guess. What was the results of
I
the
love
poll?
this. I think I did some of this with my friends.
Yeah,
also.
I nowadays when I meet a group of people, I tend to ask them this question because it's relevant to us, right? What do y'all think?
Maybe the AI.
Maybe the AI? Okay. How about Mond?
Why is so binary? Sure
Yeah.
got percentage one lah. I don't know, man. Maybe 60-40. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
70-30.
Interestingly, because I mean, these are MBA students, right? So
Yeah.
obviously they are exposed to technology and whatnot. And they will have already worked with someone for their finances before.
Yeah.
The outcome is pretty split.
Oh, 50-50.
Yeah, it's pretty split.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I ask a bit more. Then it really comes down to this. There will be certain aspects of financial advisory, right, that they will trust the bot, the AI a little bit more. And there will be certain aspects that they will trust the financial consultants a little bit more. Yeah. So it really comes down to which aspects are we talking about. And then remember at the start of this small little segment, we talked about the information part of things and the connection part of things.
Yeah.
I guess it's really when it comes down to accuracy, knowing the facts, non-judgmental, just decision making, choose which one is better than the other.
Yeah.
Maybe AI really will have an edge.
Yeah.
Then when coming down to the human part of making a judgment call on in your situation, if I were to be you, how I act, how I advise you in the best possible situation, they still trust the human to have that empathy to really understand the whole context. Then the answer to us is actually very straightforward, right? It's just to use the areas of AI where it's good at, and then continue to build on the areas that AI cannot replace us. Yeah.
Yeah, something that hit me is I truly view in the area of money problems, right? When the humans talk about how they are dealing with money, their own relationship with money or their challenges, right? Someone human who have went through it before telling them probably the same advice as AI, but probably lands better because you empathize or you go through this before. I can always think about, I cannot imagine, touch wood, let's say someone's client maybe a parent has cancer. Then you have to talk to a bot. Now my mom has cancer. Can you help me file this claim? And I'm just feeling sad. I personally, I wouldn't accept a bot telling me you'll be fine, you'll be okay, and all that. What if they add in another ads or something like that to me? I don't know.
In the middle of talking to you, right?
And
ChatGPT, OpenAI just announced that ads are coming to ChatGPT very soon. So it's about time we see this. Yeah. So it's a very real thing, right? At the end of the day, it's a business to them. Right?
No, thanks for bringing up the 50-50 thing, because I also do a lot of random stuff like ask friends. So there's this rise of AI companions. Just every day you talk to it, talk to it until they know your behavior. Then you become friends. Then people even get married to AI avatars or whichever. So there is this shift in terms of like, actually, I rather trust a bot because maybe purely like what I say, there's no judgment and all. The day will come whereby they trust their finances with them, and then GG lor, I think. But I feel that we need to fight this trend lah. My own personal opinion. I feel that we should be competent first. We do all the job that AI can do, but then we act as human as possible. Be it from an area of guiding them in the right behaviors or dealing with money. A lot of the high value work that I think advisors does in US is they do behavioral coaching. They walk through with the client. They understand the emotions when market drop. What do you act on it, etc. I think those are the things that we should pay a lot more attention now to evolve as a financial consultant. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess at this point, at this juncture, we have two options, right? So we look at this like giant AI monster coming down to our industry and trying to eat us up. So we can tremble in fear and then just wait to be replaced. I mean, from a very pessimistic point of view. Or like all great evolutions that has happened in the history of mankind and the world, right?
Yeah.
Threat means there's an opportunity for us to use this capability, this technology to really up standards. I mean, this is a podcast to raise the bar, right? For financial advisors, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it really comes down to this. Act on your fear or you act on this opportunity to really make the best out of the current situations. I think in any such changes, right, the weakest consultants will always be the one that will be replaced.
Yeah.
So the challenge for us is not to be the one who will be replaced. Don't be at the bottom, just doing the same thing over and over again. Like Mom mentioned just now, selling products and whatnot, or just simply doing comparisons. I think we have moved beyond that. To level ourselves up to the next level.
But there are some really real challenges that advisors are facing, like in my real opinion. Like I think Eamon will probably agree, like financial advisors generally are laggards in adoption of
Oh, for sure.
of technology.
Really? Do we have
Okay,
this?
maybe boomers lah, maybe for us lah, millennials lah,
Yeah.
older. Why I say this because I think okay, to be fair, financial advisors have a lot of things to do. Admin work, balancing your time with family, running a business, and how do you manage your admin? Then thereafter meeting clients, calling, prospecting, and then doing so. There's just so many work to do.
Yeah.
And then by the time of the day, the cognitive load that you have, the energy you have left to still upskill and adopt AI, it doesn't come instinctively. Like recently I did a training with our own team, right? Then thereafter I just trying to tell them to use some tools, right? They are all like jaw dropping. So difficult to use. Somebody still feedback that sounds like me teaching how to use Facebook for my mom, right?
Now you understand how they feel. Next time I'll be a little bit more patient with them. Yeah.
But it's real. I say this because I feel that because I think so many months is done spending into thinking about the workflow for advisors, right? Actually, there are a lot of pieces that can be bite-sized, carved out, and settled by AI. I feel that this can be definitely a topic we want to talk about to help consultants gradually reduce the administrative friction.
Yes.
Yeah, especially using those to up their level to respond faster or fulfill like a service fulfillment for the clients. I think those are important. Yeah.
I think that will definitely be very helpful. Yeah, and I think a lot of on-ground advisors will be looking forward to this technology where it can seamlessly help us to create less friction in terms of response time, in terms of how accurate our information can be when we respond to our clients.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think clients, they don't really see like exactly what is going on behind the scenes, but they judge their trust based on how accurate are the things that we share with them and how timely are our responses. So these are key things that definitely with some AI technology that are able to be implemented, it will be very, very helpful for.
Yeah. I coin this as I would say overall it's a client experience. There are a lot of areas to improve for a client experience with an advisor.
Yeah.
Last time we've evolved from pen and paper, talking to you, and now start to have a lot of more like a digital. Very soon it will be an integrated process whereby you mainly focus on the interaction and the rest of the things will be captured. It can be automated and then presented in a more visual way or better way for them. I mean, this is what I foresee it should be. And then we have a better chance at still continue to be part of their journey instead of choosing some random AI companion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because Eamon was telling me, okay, something that we feel very strongly, right? I know you recall this conversation about like, we worry that some random tech guy, a tech bro, will just come in, create some super AI agent that can replace all of us. Then we are gone, right?
Yes, for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's a very important industry to us. I built my whole life here.
Yeah.
All the people I know are in this industry. Yeah. So rather than wait for someone else to come and disrupt our industry, I think it's important that we take the first step.
Yeah.
In terms of I think it starts with behavior, educating the financial consultants and clients, right? How we can actually use all these tools to augment the work that we do to help us serve them better. It really comes down to that. So if we take charge in doing this, right, then at least we narrow the gap in terms of the capability wise, in terms of what we can do and what AI can do, and we build on the human aspects of it, right? I think we will give them a good fight.
Yeah.
Minimally, we will not go down without a fight. I think that's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's for sure. So
that's why I'm so happy you all asked me to come for this episode. I think we need to talk about this.
Yeah, we will definitely talk more about AI in time to come.
Thanks.
There are a lot of things that we can apply in the work that we do. So just take this as an intro episode to tag AI and how does it affect financial consultants.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
I guess it's a good time to really land this for some of our audience. So maybe let's think about our say financial advisors.
Yeah.
So financial consultants who are listening to this episode, right? What are some takeaways that you all think that they can have after hearing all this?
I think personally, don't be too afraid. There are people talk about, AI is happening, etc. Actually, all you need to do is to think through what can be used internally. Another step would be to really evolve yourself. I think there's a need to adapt for sure, but no need to worry too much. I think we can walk this journey together. There's a good chance that as long as our heart is there, we know that we're serving our client in the best interest, and then we learn and upskill, there's always a good chance that we stay highly relevant. That's just generally my take.
I think as FCs, if we are not anything, we are open-minded and open-hearted to learning new things.
That's great. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Well, all young people talk like that now. Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Always trying new
Sorry,
things,
got
learning new skills.
I would like to think that I represent most of my generation.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take
That's
that.
why you're here for. To help us connect to the younger guys a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I think that's great.
Yeah.
So on one hand, don't be afraid. There are things that we can do. On the other hand, also don't rest on your laurels and think that this is just another fad, another trend.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think this is here to stay, and it's really
Yeah.
up to us to how to adapt
I have
to that.
friends that are using ChatGPT as their Google instead.
Mhm.
So like they just search it.
Friends like here. That's basically.
Oh.
I mean, that's the trend,
it's
right?
a-
It's not even
yeah.
hitting the Google landing page right now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very possibly.
Mm.
So for financial consultants, pretty much what we can think of. How about clients? For clients or the common, the everyday person who's listening to this episode, what's the takeaway that we can have for them? Because you talk about jobs. we talk about
I think you need to
AI.
know, because like from hearing from you, what are things that the client value you, and then now with AI, how can we make that more? I don't know. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah.
I think it's still essential for them to adopt having AI in their life, in their day-to-day. But at the same time, I think it's also up to each individual to be discerning in terms of what they want when it comes to their financial strategy
Okay.
for the person who is serving them.
Okay.
If they have key criteria in mind, I think that would be very clear in terms of what AI can do for them as a value add and what the advisor can do for them as a value add. Yeah.
Okay. So use different tools in
Yeah.
their own finances.
Are we
People are doing it anyway right now, right?
I mean, to add to it, I think we talk about, like you talk about at the start, raise the bar.
Yes.
So I think client can expect that we should raise the bar. We should uplift ourselves, and then ask more critical questions. How should the advisor be helping you? And then let that be a feedback loop that continuously allow us to really raise the bar. I think that's an important direction.
Yeah. And I guess another thing to land for them would be, as we're talking about financial advisory industry, right? I think any other industry that all our clients are in are likely to be impacted in one way or another.
Yes.
But I choose to believe that it comes down to personal agency and the openness to be able to learn and adapt to any new technologies to allow it to help us to do our jobs even better. So that should be similar for most of our peers and friends. And
What about agency leaders?
for leaders? Wow. Okay, we are talking about leaders, right? I think as leaders in this industry, we have to really take charge to make sure that we lead the people towards applying some of this technology in the work that we actually do, so that they don't fall behind too much. As much as I think, Mond will know this because him and I, we have been into this rabbit hole of AI and LLMs and whatnot for the past maybe 1.5 years. Come end of the day, we are still dealing with people. Financial consultants are people. So in order to get them to use this technology and whatnot, it really comes less of the tech itself, but more of the behavioral changes. The change management is actually more about people than anything else. So I think the agency leaders has a very big part to play in that, to make sure that we create and use this tool to the best of our abilities.
I feel collectively, if we think correctly, there's a good chance that we keep ourselves relevant. Because if we don't, we will be gone.
Yes.
I mean, as much as I'm always very optimistic, but pessimistically thinking, actually, we don't act on it. Leaders don't act on it. Advisors don't act on it. Clients can
We are
choose.
Yes. I'm talking to people. There are people who are in the industry doing different things and whatnot. We are hopeful. And it's an ongoing challenge, right? Ongoing battle. It's just business, right?
Okay.
We cannot rest on our laurels.
Okay.
To do that. And of course, this is the first episode talking about AI and tech. And that's why we have Mond onto the podcast.
Thank you for
If
joining
you
us.
find anything interesting about the episode today, right?
Please
Put it in the comments.
Let
us know what you
are some of the
think.
things.
Do you think AI will replace you as advisor? We love to hear that.
Let us know what you think. I'm sure we'll have future episodes to talk about this. Then we can go into deep dive and whatever, all the technology.
Like what should people be using AI for?
Sure. More than happy to talk about it. We should. Cool.
Right. Okay. So please continue to
like,
subscribe,
and do share if it's something that is if it's a podcast that you enjoyed. And we will see you
next time.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.